Today I'm going to do a brief summary of the history of the universe. Yeah, and I promise doing it in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is Monterey. Welcome to my Cosmic Kingdom. So there have been many simulations that are able to model the universe since the beginning till the formation of galaxies and therefore stars. I found online one that looks really cool a few days ago, and I want to share it with you. Here it is. In the beginning there was nothing, only energy and matter. And this matter was very uniform because the Big Bang expanded in a very uniform and quick way. But there were some overdensities, than areas that had more density than others that were able to collapse. And these are what we are seeing here in these simulations. These areas represent the part of the universe that has a bigger amount of dark matter. And this dark matter creates wells in which the rest of the particles can just be falling onto, in the same way an apple falls onto the surface of the Earth. In the crossing of two filaments is where the big clusters of galaxies are formed, and therefore there the galaxies are able to create the stars. And in the moment these stars emit radiations and die as supernova, they enrich the surrounding media with new materials, heating it up, which is what we are seeing here. We are seeing an era of star formation in these newborn galaxies, and you can see how this is the temperature map. You can see how they are heating up the surrounding media. Before this, everything was dark and gloomy, and now it's full of light. That is why it's called reionization era, because it ends up with the Dark Ages, the cosmological Dark Ages. And now we are going to see metals. This is how the supernovae has enriched the surrounding media with new metals, because remember, we are all the stardust. All the atoms and molecules that constitute our bodies were created in one of these supernovae explosions. And as the universe evolved, you see how it becomes more rich in metals. Mind you that we astronomers call metals anything but hydrogen. And in this last part of the simulation, we see the stellar components. We see the galaxies, and we can see the stellar light that are emitted by these galaxies. And we are able also to see how this cluster looks like our Virgo cluster, where the Milky Way is. So this is an example of what it can be done with a nice supercomputer and good programs and a very good group of people. I hope you enjoyed this short episode about science. Please, sometimes I feel like it is hard for me to find new topics to speak about. So please leave some comment suggestions in my social networks. Hoping you like this short episode, but really full of science. And see you next week, guys. Bye bye.